Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a video that was recommended from Tokustar on Twitter. Shout out to him, man. I know he follows the channel. This video comes to us from Lives of TikTok, okay? And this video shows us just exactly how bad they want your kids. Now, these are the same people who claim to not want your kids. These are the same people who claim to not want to indoctrinate children. These are the same people who will swear up and down that none of this is meant to be going towards kids, and all of it is just meant to educate adults into raising their kids. Now, in my opinion, this is probably one of the worst examples of indoctrination we have seen in a very long time. The entire video speaks nothing but nonsense. All of it is factually wrong information, and it is simply based on feelings, because that's all this is ever about. It's about feelings. It's about mentally ill people trying to pass off the fact that their feelings are factual information. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm shadow banned as hell because of videos like this, and like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. Let's hit it.
Aww. Hi, baby. Are you a boy or a girl?
Funny you should ask, Sid. One of the first things they check when a new baby is born is what kind of body parts they have. They do that to determine a baby's sex. Most of the time, it's easy to determine, and sometimes it's more complicated.
This one has a penis. It's a boy. This one has a vulva. It's a girl. Congratulations.
Whoa, let's hit the brakes, people. The way your body looks on the outside is only part of the story.
Huh? What?
Stay with me, gang. This is important. Hi, little one. Your sex refers to your physical body parts, remember? But there is also something called gender, which is how you feel inside your body and who you know yourself to be.
Wrong. Stop this nonsense. My God, you have got to be kidding me here. This whole nonsense about gender being feeling and knowing your true self. Stop that. Gender and sex have always been tied together, and they always will be tied together. There are reasons why there are differences between men and women. When you do this nonsense about your gender being your feeling and how you know yourself to be on the inside, you ignore the biological differences between male and women and their roles in society and what they've always have been since the dawn of time. These are the people that are trying to break the mold, so to speak, and they're the reason why things are so messed up in the first place, is because they want to make everything about how they feel, and if you don't agree with how they feel, that somehow makes you a bigot. No, this entire thing is nonsense. From the ground up, this video is an indoctrination video meant to try to confuse kids into thinking that there's something that they're not. And of course, you have these stupid-ass liberal parents in this video, and this is exactly what would happen too. You mean to tell me that this doctor and these adults are listening to this 10-year-old little girl about what gender and sex is? Are you kidding me? As if she's some educated fucking like scientist on this thing? You gotta be absolutely insane and out of your mind if you think that any adult here would listen to a kid talking about this stuff. But let's continue, because it gets worse, and that's the sad thing. It always gets worse, right, ladies and gentlemen?
How you feel on the inside doesn't always match the sex you were called when you were born.
Okay.
Let's say you were born with a penis and you feel like a boy inside. In that case, your sex and your gender match.
Well, what if you were born with a penis and you know you're a girl inside, not a boy?
Then your sex and your gender don't match.
Wait, what does know you're a girl inside mean?
Wait, time out, hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong here. So she said, if you are a boy and you're born with a penis and you feel like a boy inside, then that means that your gender and your sex match. So is that to say that gender and sex is tied together inherently? That's to say that if you have a penis, then yes, that automatically means you are a boy. And if you feel on the inside that you are a girl, then that means that you're not matching with your sexual parts that you were born with, which automatically inherently makes you a boy if you have said parts. Because otherwise, why would it match, right? Like, why does being or feeling like a boy make you immediately match to the penis part of your body, right? Like, unless you inherently are saying that they are not tied together, but you are. You're saying it matches. If you are a boy and you have a penis, that means it matches. So that means having a penis makes you a boy. Otherwise, it doesn't match if you feel like a girl. So yes, the thing we've been saying the entire time is that sex and gender are tied together. If you are a boy, you have a penis. If you are a girl, you have a vagina, obviously. And if you do not feel like you are a boy or a girl when you actually are, then that's called a mental illness. this. Something is wrong. There is something off about you. It's not about your feelings. It's not about how you know yourself to be. There's very few people who are actually some form of gender dysphoric, but for the most part, most people aren't. Most people are just mentally ill. Or to be completely honest with you, a lot of people over the last few years aren't doing this because they're mentally ill, and they're not doing it because they're gender dysphoric. They're doing it because of the clout and the money and the opportunities that come with saying you are. That's the problem. When you turn something into a fad, when you try to turn something into this big thing like you are with gender, you end up getting people who are grifters, who will absolutely Dylan Mulvaney this shit up in order to get as much money and opportunity as possible that they couldn't get when they were straight. That's the issue. Or just regular gay at this point, because even being regular gay is not enough. Now you got to be trans to really take it to the next level. And before you know it, you're going to have people trying to transform themselves into aliens because transing into a human is not enough. It's going to keep having to one-up itself. So yes, this whole nonsense, they literally just proved my point by them saying, oh, if you have a penis and you feel like a boy, that matches. Okay, so you're saying having a penis is inherently supposed to make you a boy. And if it doesn't match, then you have gender dysphoria. But that doesn't mean that you're not a boy. It just means that you are gender dysphoric. So yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Was very easy.
Your sex and your gender match.
Well, what if you were born with a penis and you know you're a girl inside, not a boy?
Then your sex and your gender don't match.
Wait, what does know you're a girl inside mean anyway? Does that mean you have to love pink things and princesses?
Nope. Sometimes people refer to things as girl things and boy things, but this is just how people sometimes classify things, usually to make it easier to sell stuff to kids and their parents.
That is a terrible excuse, because there are things that are inherently boyish or girlish based off of just the time itself. Like, time itself has taught us that women love brighter colors, okay? That is scientifically provable. Time has told us that men tend to like more neutral or darker colors. That is just provable over time. Like, you've known this, okay? Time has taught us that boys and men are more likely to be into mechanics, cars, things of that nature, whereas girls are more into the typical girly shit, right? Dolls, whatever, animals, like they tend to be into that kind of stuff. And that's why, yes, when they market certain things to boys or girls, it's because it is scientifically been proven that on average, the vast majority of men or women tend to like certain things. Thus, why would you market NASCAR to girls? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like, theoretically speaking, that makes no sense. Why would you market video games to girls? Obviously, there are girl gamers, but there is a vast majority of them being men. So why would you want to market all the stuff to women? That makes no sense. The same goes in reverse. Why would you want to market My Little Pony to freaking boys, okay? Why would you want to market Valentine's Day doesn't get marketed to men, okay? Do you see any Valentine's Day commercials that get marketed to men on average? Very little. Most of the commercials are marketed to women because it's a big thing for women. So that's the problem. When you try to deny and defy your biological differences, this is the issue you come up with. You come up with these indoctrination videos that are specifically meant to confuse as many kids and people as possible. That's all it's for. It's meant to confuse people, to create victims for life. You want to get these kids into the surgical system. You want to get these kids into the pharma machine where they have to get surgeries and then they got to live on pills for life. That's what they want. This is all a money scheme at the end of the day. If you follow the money, you're going to find the corruption.
Clothes, toys, and games are for everyone. You don't have to be a boy or a girl to like a certain thing. Sid, has anyone ever told you that you shouldn't play with something or wear something because you're a boy?
Well, yes.
The body parts you were born with don't always dictate who you are, how you feel, or what you like to play with.
Ah, that's such a relief.
Gender, how you feel and who you know yourself to be, tells you who you are, and there are a whole bunch of possibilities. Figuring out what feels right for you is just part of growing up. Bye, little cutie. You might want to change that diaper sooner than later.
So all of this is obvious bullshit, okay? And of course, this was brought to you by CBC Kids News. Yes, this is to be expected. They want your kids, ladies and gentlemen. I will keep saying it until the end of time. And whenever I make these videos, my channel always gets shadow banned, and I always take that risk, but I don't care because this is something that needs to be talked about. When you see these videos, when you see these companies pushing this nonsense, this is what gets shown to like indoctrinating employees at jobs. job. You know how many employees at Target, Best Buy, and all these woke-ass corporations, they make them watch these training indoctrinations all the time? This is the stuff they're forced to watch. You know, it becomes a problem, and it constantly is in your face because they really, really, really want your kid. So at the end of the day, I would hope that after watching this video, you fight just a little bit more against this nonsense and stop them from trying to take your kids, because that's all they want at the end of the day. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.